Hey guys, good morning. Donna Lynn here. Hang on a second, I'm just gonna turn my radio off. So, I want to talk a little bit today. I've been posting a lot about stress and its effects on the brain and the body. So, less so on the body. I can touch on that a little bit more after. And the reason why, it's very prevalent right now. A lot of people are feeling high levels of stress. And the long-term negative impacts of stress on our body are quite, quite significant. It's really something we should work, I have a frog in my throat this morning, as it turns out. It's really something we should work on managing well. I do believe stress is something that we can all continue to work on managing a little bit better. Not because I think that we don't cope well with stress, but because right now in our world, our levels of stress seem higher, and there's a lot more going on in the world that's impacting us all directly, as well as in our personal lives. So I've talked to lots of you about things that are going on in your worlds recently, and I empathize. There's a lot going on in my world right now too, and my levels of stress are actually they're growing, they're increasing. So it's something I feel is very important. And the amount of impact stress has on not only our brains and our memory and our physical functioning, but also on our mental health. So excessive levels of stress can really heighten the effects of mental health. So they can sort of trigger mental health into action and create a situation of mental health that may not have existed already. Or if you already have some existing mental health concerns, it can amplify those mental health concerns or increase the effects of the mental health that you're feeling. So managing our stress can be really, really integral to our general well-being and our level of coping. So I find with me, when I'm not managing my stress very well, my coping really reduces. I get really irritable, like really grumpy. And I don't sleep as well, which has been a thing for me lately. So it's been a really big indicator for me that my stress levels are increasing significantly lately, my lack of sleep. So it can affect sleep. It can affect how you feed yourself, so your nutrition quality, because when we're stressed, we have a tendency to focus on other things and we're sort of preoccupied. And our general day-to-day normals seem less important, and we deprioritize them, which all affects our coping and our levels of stress, because we start to take care of ourselves less or less well, and that actually increases our level of stress and the effects of it on our bodies as well, because we're not well. We're not cared for. We're not taking those moments for ourselves, even those small little moments. So a couple quick tips. I touched on these the other day in a written post. Settle into that acceptance. This is the shit that's going on in my life right now. This is what's happening. Okay, so let's deal with this. It's happening. Let's face it head on. Feel the feels that come up with it. The other day, I had a big old cry because I was overwhelmed with sadness from a situation that's causing me a lot of stress in my life. So I let those feelings wash over me, had a great big cry. Within a few minutes, I was like, all right, I'm feeling a little better. Feeling a little bit of relief come in after that wave of sadness washed over. It moved through. It didn't stick. It didn't hold on. So I was able to actually let it go and move on. I think self-care is absolutely paramount when you're in stressful moments in life. And I don't just mean like take a bath and paint your nails and eat some candies. I mean like legit self-care. Say no to things that you don't have the energy for. Take way more rest than what you think is needed. Take a bath and make it an hour if you need. Add those luxurious bath salts or whatever it is that makes you feel cared for. Eat nourishing foods. meditate, get some movement in, go for some walks, do some yoga, go to the gym, just get some movement in. Really, really helps to expend some of that built up excess energy that stress brings with it. And my most favorite stress reminder tip when I'm in stressful moments is impermanence. This moment will not last forever. This moment is just a moment in time. It will move through as quickly as those moments, you know, those beautiful moments that we're like, oh, I wish I could live in this moment forever. It's just so amazing, feels so good, it makes my heart explode. It will pass as quickly as that moment did. I know it feels like it's all consuming and it's overwhelming and it weighs you down. I promise you, this moment will not last forever. Nothing does. And as sad as it is to watch those beautiful moments pass quickly, it's equally as glorious, or more so, to watch those stressful moments dissipate soon. Everything, almost everything in life is impermanent. And I love that piece, because when I'm feeling like my moment will last forever, like my stress is just bogging me down, the best thing I can do is remind myself, it's just a moment in time. It's not going to last forever. I won't be here in this moment and these feelings for too long. And reach out to your supports. Whatever your supports are, if you need to build your supports, do it. Do it, do it, do it. You are not alone, and you don't need to ever feel alone. Or my truck is doing weird things. I don't know what's happening here. I'm in my vehicle. So you're never, never alone. Just try to remember that. And if you're feeling alone, find supports that make you feel held and make you feel safe and loved. I miss you too, Ashley. Thank you so much for popping on. So those are my tips. If you're catching the replay, hop on and let me know how you manage stress. What are your best tips? If you've felt the effects of stress on your mind and body, let me know what those feelings have been. And then I will add some tips in the next couple days on physical impacts of stress and how to help manage those as well. The tips are probably going to be very similar, especially with the physical body: nutrition, movement, rest, water. Drink your water. I tend to over-caffeinate when I'm stressed out. I don't sleep enough, so I'm tired. I want to wake up and have a whole bunch of coffee and give myself that energy. And then as soon as the coffee hits my stomach, I'm like, bogged down, feel acidy, and I actually get more fatigued because I'm not hydrated. Anyways, that's my little rant for today. Those are my tips. I hope that you all take super good care of yourself. If you're in a stressful moment, reach out to your supports. Get that love. You're not alone. It won't last forever. Sending you all love. Talk soon.